like this. I'm just tuning.
Go ahead, do it.
Hang on a
That's a
second.
voice
I
tune.
can't even get my key. Ray, can you give me a high C?
Well, no, you took your pitch pipe with you when you went back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God.
I haven't been able to find a pitch since March.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Not to mention since Collin left, my toenails are out of control. I haven't had my hair braided in weeks.
Oh,
How are you sleeping over there without me?
Nobody reads to me.
I told you were going to have to learn to read on your own.
And then I know you're not sleeping well because you have nobody to wrestle with to tucker you out.
That's the only way I get sleepy. I was trying to fight my dad, but, he's so busy with the podcast.
Oh, classic John,
Look at his photograph. Every time I do it, make me laugh. That's just something else we do.
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Rachel is crying. Rachel, wipe your eyes, okay? Just a song.
What did you say?
She's crying. She's crying her eyes out.
The funniest part about this whole thing is Rachel sent her eldest son like a sacrificial lamb to her dad's house to help him set up this laptop. If he comes home without 2 black eyes, it'll be a miracle. You sent him out just bullet fodder. That's all it was.
Colin, listen to me. He was the best one to go. Okay. There was no reason to send me or your dad even. If Roman goes, my dad will be fine.
Why? Because Roman could take a punch. Is that why? That's rude.
I was wondering why Roman always wears long sleeves, and I guess that now we know.
Oh,
Hey, I want to be a rock star. Sing it, Ray.
And they say that a hero can save us. Not gonna stay here and wait. And it's that the show that we normally do, Colin. How long do we play for?
What is it? 3:45? 3 hours and 45?
That's if we're pressed for time.
That's if we're pressed for time.
Do you guys usually do tribute songs to anybody in particular?
Well, all of it is a tribute to God and love. Really.
The man upstairs. That's who our show is tributed to. The man upstairs. And I'm not talking about the person that I think maybe lives above me, who snuck in last night because I left the door open, but I'm talking about God. G-O-double-D.
Oh, you weren't talking about Kevin upstairs?
No.
That guy is a riot.
Ray, when did you start wearing prescriptions?
What's up? Well, these, I started wearing these, to be honest with you. This has been a prank this whole time. I have 20/20 vision.
What?
Yeah.
who knew?
What?
Yeah, but I wear these more for the look,
What's the look you're going for, Ray?
Waldo?
I get it. It's a winner.
Listen,
Yeah.
Everything okay over there, you two?
You scared Johnny Angel away.
Where is Johnny Angel and his friend Al?
Johnny Angel 100% snapped that laptop across his knee 2 minutes ago. He's done.
He told Roman, and if he wasn't good, he wouldn't buy him another one. He just broke it over his knee, and he said, "You're going to listen to Pap Pap."
Oh.
Colin and Ray, talk about the headbands. Is that a tribute to anybody in particular?
What are you talking about?
Your headbands?
I'm
not sure what you mean.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even realize we were both
Colin, we have a similar outfit on.
You know what's funny is we dress the same.
What?
That is funny.
Wait a second.
Egg
That
on
is a
our
coincidence.
faces.
You know what that shows? We're thinking the same.
We're
That's
thinking the
called
same.
synchronicity,
Synchronicity.
which is one of our songs.
Yeah.
Synchronicity with my buddies. Drinking beer for God.
That was really good. Where do you guys typically perform?
I'll tell you what, we will not take any more questions until I can get John Chamberlain to look up from that phone. Because what I will not do is continue to put on this song and dance for someone that doesn't care.
No, I am reading. I am reading the comments to see if anybody has any questions for you. That's all.
Does anybody have any questions?
I can't believe we're airing these daddy issues right out on YaJagoff right now.
Brittany and Michael say hello.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Brittany.
and Michael.
Oh, okay. What's up, Mike?
You know, Michael and Brittany way back when Ray, they went to one of your first concerts. They said.
Oh, did they really? Was that the one at Olstein's church, or was that the one that we did at the Civic Arena?
No, they probably went to the one we did for inner city schools.
Oh, I mean, that's half of them, brother. Huh?
It
the
was.
Road, am I right?
Remember when we did that program, Hugs Not Thugs?
Oh, we saved a lot. We saved a lot of young boys that year.
We saved a lot, and you know what? I like to think that those young boys saved us too.
There you go.
Yeah,
no more inspiration than I get from just touching a young kid.
Wait, what's the song you wrote?
And there John Chamberlain goes again. He just can't stop himself. I know what he was thinking.
Mind John. Old filth gutter mind John.
Listen, guys, we have Venmo accounts down on below the screen for you guys. Well, make your best pitch to get someone to give you some Venmo money, huh?
Well, everything that we get, we give back to God in glory, not in actually cash, but we give it back in praise.
Okay.
And not only that, the other half of everything that we get will go to Peter, our landlord.
Yes.
And that, the man across the street. That guy's pretty powerful.
Hey, we got two people in our lives, the man upstairs and the guy downstairs. He keeps knocking on our door and wanting to know why that check doesn't clear. So,
Ray,
I don't speak English.
Do you officially have a landlord, Ray?
No, well, it's Collin. But
that's true. That is true.
Kind of like us.
Yeah, right. I have the hockey locker downstairs.
Now, I just want to clear something up. At the beginning of the show, my dad, John Chamberlain, as you probably all know him.
That's your dad, bro?
I don't want to get into it. But so he said we were helping starving artists, and then Rachel, without him even finishing the sentence, he shut it down. She shut it down. She cut off the thing. She said,
No,
I'm
you're
not starving. That could not be farther from the truth. I'm going to look directly into the camera right now. Ray and I have not had a hot meal in, I would say, 6.5 months. Now, I know this pandemic is only about 3 months fresh, but we are certainly starving, and we would not be doing this for free.
Honestly, if it wasn't me making the conscious decision for the last 15 years of being lazy and overweight, I wouldn't have these reserves to live on. So,
Oh my God!
I'd like to thank Bud Light, and I would like to thank Late Night Pizza. Really?
What kind? And
of course, the man upstairs.
Ray, do you want to do the song we wrote about God?
Do it.
Oh yes. Which one? Which one? I love God, or God is my hero, or God keeps me safe.
I figured we could do God is the captain, I am the boat.
Oh, or what? That's actually a pretty good one.
Okay, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
A bomb. It's a slower number, right?
Be my captain, and I'll be your boat. Come sit on me, and let's take a ride down the river.
All right, I don't want to do any. I can't do any more because you know how I get with this song.
Oh, it's emotional. We wrote this when we were going through a loss.
When we were on the river.
A loss of what?
Right.
What did you lose?
We were going through a lot.
Oh, I thought you said going through a loss.
No, what we did, we were going down the river, and one of the troubled youth that we know fell out of the boat.
So technically it was a loss, but not for us, because in the waivers that we have everybody signed, we are not responsible for the children near us. So
yeah.
Not to mention he was misbehaving that day.
Right. How many times did you tell him not to chase you and smack your butt?
Yeah. Well, that too. And I said, you don't eat more than one meal a day. You're not going to eat more than one meal a day on this boat. What are me and Collin going to do? We're starving artists.
Good.
Go ahead, Ray. Take it.
Jesus, take the wheel. I've had too much to drink.
Jesus, take.
Oh.
Go ahead. Did you want to do? Wait, I'm sorry. We're gonna sing the live version. Do you want to do the live version?
Yes.
Oh, that's the version that's not on our album.
Okay. Oh,
The
I
extra
guess
version.
this is now we know we got real fans here.
You're the
Oh,
extra
do we
version.
really?
Okay, so from the top, we'll do Jesus take the wheel. I've had too much to drink. Ready? 2, 3, 4.
Jesus, take the wheel. I've had way too much to drink.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wait, are we doing the live version or the regular version?
we're doing the regular version that Wyclef Jean did a feature on.
All right, let's do the one Wyclef Jean did.
Do you want me to? I'm not going to sing Wyclef's part.
No, don't sing Wyclef's part.
That would be racially insensitive. To do that again, you know.
Yeah, please don't do it again. Because the last time with the makeup thing, it was embarrassing.
Well, it got all over the guitar. That's why it was embarrassing. There's makeup everywhere.
Do you remember that old party song we used to sing about what time it was? You know, when it was time to start. You know.
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
You want me to take it from the top?
Yeah, kick it off.
I said, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30 and I don't care. Take it, Ray!
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, man.
That was so good. Now, was that your live version or was that what's on the
Well,
album?
the live version, actually,
wait a
this is...
second, Collin. Kind of a silly question. We are live. Of course, classic Rachel.
Oh, this is classic silly goose Rachel.
Clever.
Oh, the silliest of the geese. That's actually a version we only have. If you have our greatest hits CD, which you can get in some time, not in the near future, but you can get eventually. If you Venmo
by Venmoing us,
yes,
$99.99.
Yes, each. That's each. 2 payments, $99.99 each.
We're not gonna give it away for $100.
You could probably get this CD, this greatest hits collection.
Okay. Oh, that's not a lot of money at all.
Yeah, it's in the box is called Songs for God, Songs for Friendship, Songs for the Campfire. I'm a little cranky, but at least I haven't killed anybody.
Oh. It's a lot. That's just him abbreviating it. It's a lot longer than that. And we also, you know what? I mean, I know we talked a lot about religion, but me and Collin, we also like to sing songs about beer. Good friend.
Do you want to do the beer song?
On the porch.
I don't want to take up too much time because I know there are other musicians waiting. If they're still there, you know, if they were able to get the router working. I just want to know how are they missing a lot of phone calls with the internet plugged into the cable now that the dial-up on? Is it hard for them?
Oh man, I'm so glad.
Collin, before you start your song, somebody asks, "What's the bright light behind you?" They want to know if that's God.
Oh, God's with me all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so weird, Collin, because he's here too.
Oh, Ray, do you want to do our beer song?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna put ourselves on mute so we don't interrupt. Go ahead.
Please don't interrupt.
Please. Don't, this song gets me emotional.
Yes, because if there's one thing you love more than God, it's a beer at 9 a.m. And that's the title of this hit track, Beers at 9 a.m. Take it away, Ray.
Oh, I wake up every morning with some fear. The first thing I do is just have a beer. Look for a sports game so I can cheer.
Wake up every morning and I have myself a beer. Turn over and punch my roommates because he's not. We're not going to say what he is because we're still debating.
Okay, good.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna. I know what it is. We're not gonna say it, but
don't say it. Don't say it on this.
I'm drinking a beer on the back of my truck. I just called up Karen to see if she wanted a.
Well, I mean, it's basically That's the show. That's the whole show.
Yeah, we end there because the mind, it's for you to decide. We're like the movie Inception. You pick the ending.
Yeah, it's a lot. Our show is very thematic. There is a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of wardrobe changes. How many backup dancers do we have on a nightly basis?
19.
19 backup dancers, all Swedish.
All disabled.
All Swedish disabled.
Yeah. They're all, because we're giving back to the community. Oh, that's really funny, John.
Oh, classic YaJagoff podcast, trying to make the sillies out of something that should.
Oh my God, Collin.
It's classic.
Listen, Gabby says you guys are her favorite couple, favorite pair. Mike Sorg actually loves your stylistic lens flare, and
yeah, it's. I mean, I don't understand why people are being. What, they don't like God?
Ray.
Or disabled people? Yes, Jonathan.
Ray, Brandon Waters wants to know why you couldn't slam Sean Glazer in high school.
I could easily slam Sean Glazer in high school.
Ray, not again. Not here. Please don't do this to me. You already ruined Regis and Kelly. Please do not do this to me again.
Brandon Waters.
We've already been demoted enough to doing my father's Facebook Live show. Please don't get us any further than this. Because next week we'll just be doing audio.
Facebook Live, Collin.
Sorry, we're already doing my dad and his boss's Facebook Live show.
Ray and Collin, do you guys have a closing number you want to do before we bring on the?
Well, we would like to. We actually wrote songs for each other.
Go ahead.
And we haven't sung them yet for each other.
Oh,
so Ray, I don't know. Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
It's up to you, bud.
I'll go first, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. I miss my roommate. Our friendship's like a rock. I miss him so much, especially when he used to rub. And basically, it's that for an hour. That's the whole show.
Yeah. No, that's really nice.
And do you want to? Obviously, I'm still working on parts of it, but that's the beginning of it. So if you want to do your song, Ray.
God,
if you call him, I'll shout it, I don't care. I miss in the morning when you used to brush my hair. Collin, I miss you, and this isn't just a trick. Please come back to New York and sit right on my. And the thing that we do is when we're playing music, is it's all about showing that you care about somebody, and not even in a love like let's be boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, there's a deeper love. There's a deeper love that we have with God, and the love that we have. Yeah, guess what? I'm loved by all, because the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I don't know if you heard of them.
Oh, all three of them? Same here. Yeah, the trilogy.
we call them the big over here. Yeah, we call them the big three. So
no. Collin and Ray, are you guys going to hang out for a little bit?
Ray has to take a quick break. Yeah, we'll be back.
Right.
Yeah, I got to take a quick break.
All right. Go and Collin, and so hang on there. Remind everybody of your Venmo accounts just before we.
Yes, Ray, give yours because we know times are tough.
It's well, I don't know why you got to say that. It's at R Zawodni, and that's it. R Zawodni. That's my name.
Okay.
CAWODNI.
That's it. Thank you, Rachel. And now I gotta go.
Is it Rachel or Raquel?
It's Rachel.
I'm sorry. I think there's an issue on I'm hearing Raquel.
No, that's not my name. I just have 2 A's.
We got a couple of Rays on here.
Yeah. And Collin, what's your Venmo?
My Venmo is at Collin Chamberlin. COLLIN space CH. I don't know if there's a space, but it's COLLIN CHAMBERLIN.
It's all on the bottom of the screen.
It's all on the bottom of the screen. I have not seen anything come through yet.
Okay.
Which is pretty upsetting. Ray, have you gotten any Venmo notifications yet?
Yes, $3,000.
What?
It's for the box set of the CD, $99.99.
Ray, were we supposed to split the money? I don't think they can. I don't think they can hear us. But do you know if we're able to get out of this without making ourselves look any more foolish? Because this is ridiculous.
I don't know why your dad would.
I don't even know why he started the podcast and the blog. I mean, how lonely? How
Well,
lonely
it's probably
is he?
honestly, I think it's the alcohol and the pills you were telling me.
Well, you know what? When he comes home and he smells like scotch and bourbon and a couple packs of Lucky Stripes, I just know to let him go. Let him punch the wall a few times. Don't get in the old man's way. So,
Mike, it might be time to cut these guys off. Mike,
Hey.
Bye,
Mike.
guys.
Hey, bye,
Good to
guys.
see you.
Yeah, it's getting a little. Yeah,
See you
bye,
later.
guys. All right,
little awkward.
great. So,
Listen,
go ahead.
seriously, they're my faves. I can't help it. Like, they are just too funny.
Mm.
But you know, patiently waiting were the other musicians who maybe will stack up to
Right,
what they did.
right.
So Dad and Al,
Hey,
hey, what did you think of the comedians?
you know they're my favorites.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right.
They're great. Fantastic.
But here's what we decided. Al said, you know what? Since they did some music, we should do some of our. We did a comedy album not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Called Al and Johnny. It's 100 uses for a capo.
Capo. We know how to.
Al, I didn't know why you were showing me that. That's awesome. I love it. Right.
That's funny. So listen, we have to say that first of all, it's always a pleasure to be around you guys because the music that you guys do is forever. And the cool thing is a lot of the stories of the music and the items about the music are available at Johnny Angel's Ginchy Stuff down on the north side.
Look at that, Dad.
And
You
this
got a
is-
better intro than anybody.
You have to go down there because when they are open down there on the north side, right next to Bicycle Heaven, you walk in and Rachel or her dad will say, "This is blah 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 blah." They'll say a name, and I'll go, "Who is that?" And the next thing you know, Johnny Angel breaks out into song, and you go, I know that song. And then
Right.
they tell you the story, how it's related to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I could sit and listen to stories all day long from Johnny Angel and the Halos.
Yeah. And as John points out to me, in my 40s, we won't say where in my 40s, but I've realized how lucky I am to have been among you guys all these years and met the people that we've met. You know, the older you get, you really get a sense of, I don't know, it's like awe in the fact that you guys have performed with the best. So we're so grateful that you're doing this tonight because we chose you as our grand finale, even though now Dr. Barrett's has extended it. So maybe you have to come on again.
So
we're ready. Are you guys about ready? What are we going to hear?
The first song we want to do is I don't know if you could see my shirt, what this says, but it says pork stock, and it says Jack committee member. When Porky Chedwick was doing his 50 years in broadcasting, we did this big concert for him down at Three River Stadium. And we went in the studio and wrote a song for Porky, which is the one I sang for Doc Barrett's. And we love it because it gives homage to our hero, Mr. Porky Chedwick. So we're going to lay that on you. Is that okay?
Oh my gosh, we're so excited. I mean, does it get any better? This is their original Porky song that you've heard. We're ready.
You ready, Al? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, you movers and groovers, I listen to the sound that the one and only Porky, the boss man's laying down. He's the daddy-o of the radio and the baddest cat around. The daddy-o, it's Porky of the radio. It's Porky. He keeps the music alive, and that ain't no jive. It's Porky. Porky. Now your bladder push and pop up. The cool one is your guide. He'll make your bladder shatter. He'll get you porkified. He puts a hole in your soul 50 years ago. He keeps us satisfied. The daddy-o, it's Porky. On the radio, it's Porky. Porque, yeah. Porque.
Nice. There we go. Nice.
That's awesome. I'm trying to clap, but John had it on mute. Thank you, Colin. Listen, T-Rob was on it last week. You have to be our applause guy.
You have to talk into the microphone.
You have to be our applause guy. T-Rob was on it.
Mary and Joseph.
Jack, Al, tell us a little bit about the influence of Pittsburgh on music nationally, if you don't mind. A couple of good stories, you guys.
No, yes, Pittsburgh. I mean, we got together at a Battle of the Bands. Actually, we met at a birthday party. We played at the Battle of the Bands in Westview Park. Westview Park, right? What do you think the biggest thing with Pittsburgh contributing?
Oh, Pittsburgh has so many great artists. It's like its own little hub. As a matter of fact, we should have had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here. I mean,
So true, right?
But the whole thing, there's so many great musicians out of Pittsburgh, and it's just endless.
And it's crazy because a lot of people don't even realize that they're from Pittsburgh. Just like with Collin. I mean, everyone thinks he's from New York. And now we got all these guys that started here in Pittsburgh. I'm talking about Georgie Benson. He was from the Hill. I'm talking about Chuck Jackson and Tommy Hunt. I'm talking about the Skyliners and the Jaggers and the Vogues and the Marcells. I mean, there's so many that came out of Pittsburgh. So when we put the museum together, one of the things we wanted to do is pay homage to Pittsburgh and its contribution to music. And another thing a lot of people don't realize, in fact, if you watch the movie 42, have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
With Jack? Well, they have a guy following him from the Pittsburgh Courier. And that is the absolute truth. The Pittsburgh Courier was here in Pittsburgh, of course, and they wrote all the stuff that was happening in Black sports, Black music. And a lot of the artists that I worked with over the years would say to me, if it was written up in the Pittsburgh Courier, we knew it was going to be a hit. But that's the influence Pittsburgh's having.
Wow. That's a cool story.
Yeah, that's
I never
awesome.
heard that one. Dad, before we move on, though, to hear another song, Brian Katrufis is asking, what is it that you're tapping?
What is it? I have a wooden leg.
Who says that? No, you don't. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
It's called a cajon.
That's right.
It's a form of drum. It has some springs in it. You can get a bass sound. You can get a snare sound. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So
I'd
what
like
else
to go
do we-
on the record and just say that Johnny Angel just admitted to playing his cajones. So
I knew that was coming.
take that as you will there, Johnny.
I started at a young age.
I believe it, bruh.
That's good.
I see the way you're smacking that thing. There's a lot of tension in you.
Oh,
Lord.
Colin, my son is there.
My son is there, and he'll be lucky if he makes it home.
This is true.
Oh, so what other song do you guys have over there, Jack? You guys are known for Johnny Angel and the Halos, known for your harmony, your doo-wop music, your soul music. What do you guys have over there tonight for the two of you?
Well, we cut our teeth basically on doo-wop and rhythm and blues, and then later became into the soul thing, right? But one of the records that we recorded was Porky Chedwick, and then on the flip side, Porky told us to put this next ballad, which is a great song. This is originally done by the Mad Lads, and we put this on the flip for Porky, and it's called "Don't Have to Shop Around." It goes like this.
Okay.
It's very empty without Bubba here, without Jibbo here, and Kenny. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but you'll do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I found a love that my heart has been longing for. I don't have to shop around anymore. And I found a love that my heart has been longing for. She'll never put me down anymore. No more ladies man life for me. No more playing the field. I found my love in a sweet little girl, and I know this love is real. Oh, I found the love that my heart has been longing for. I don't have to shop around anymore. I don't have to shop around. Don't have to shop around. Don't have to shop around.
John,
Woo!
Dad, John kept me on mute so that I didn't try to chime in. I kept going,
Well, who was going to do
John.
You know
You knew
me.
that.
That's me for sure. By the way, we have to say hi to Wesley Stewart, champion of every one of our Facebook Lives right now from Texas.
Oh, that's right.
He's been on every one of them right
that's
now,
Right.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. How about that?
And Mark Hubbard and a guy named Sperm are on. I'm not even going to get into that, but that is his nickname,
Okay.
Sperm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you that Jeannie Chedwick is loving it right now. She's tuning in. And Gary Bubba Daly came on just when you were talking about him. So that was perfect. And so did Dr. Mark Barretts.
And Marge Phoebe says it doesn't get any better than this, Johnny and Al. So there you go. Right.
Doc Barrett's is actually a really, really good harp player.
Yeah.
And he used to come down to our jam band down at Atria's.
Mhm.
And he had a young guitar player with him by the name of Ian Arthurs, who is just setting
right.
the world on fire now. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you were just talking about that. How crazy.
Shout out to Doc. Shout out to Bubba. Wish you could be here.
Yeah.
I know. And it's his birthday.
It is
Yes,
Bubba's
it is.
birthday.
Yeah. So I already wished him a happy birthday.
Wow. How about that?
Birthday. Say it
Birthday.
right,
Yeah.
Right.
Do you need me to sing the high parts with you with Bubba, as Bubba does?
Bubba doesn't. My dad has the falsetto, John. Colin, he just needed to do that. Colin, say something.
I mean, this show's been off the rails for a minute now. So, I mean, if I don't even know who's watching, if a couple of the guys that used to drink beer in the locker room naked with my dad are still tuning in, fine. But this, you know, you've had your day in the sun. Please let this be over.
Jack, what is the most unique thing you think in your mind that you have in your Johnny Angels Ginchy Stuff Museum over there?
That's a good question.
There's a lot that I'm very, very proud of. But probably the thing I'm most proud of is I have the original script from the Temptations movie because it was filmed here in Pittsburgh, right?
Right.
And Otis Williams knew that I was from Pittsburgh. We had worked together with the Temps a couple times, and he saw a friend of ours down at a hotel when they were filming the movie. And he said, "Do you happen to know a guy by Red?" Because they used to call me Red. And he said, you mean Johnny Angel, do you? And he said, "Yeah, that's it." And he said, "I understand that he knows all the places that look like Detroit." So he sent a memo out to all of the people, the producer, the director, the whole bit, and told them to come over to my house, which they did. And we cooked for them and we ate. And then we went and found locations. We found all the locations that looked like the Rooster Tail and 20 Grand and all those great places in Detroit. So I always said to Otis, anytime I was with him, I said, my dream in life was always to be a Temptation. And I know that'll never happen, but I always wanted to be a Temptation. And my favorite song in all the world is My Girl. And he laughed. He said, "Well, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm humbled." Blah, blah, blah. So we're playing out at Star Lake. We weren't playing. I was actually emceeing the show. It was a Motown review. And the Temps, when they're on the road, every now and then they bring up singers who are known in that city and ask them if they want to do a little bit of a song that the Temps do. And it's usually My Girl, right? Well, My Girl's my favorite, as you all know. So the manager came in. He said, "Johnny, would you like to do My Girl with Temps?" Well, you can imagine. I mean, it was my.
So you said no.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, right.
We
know that didn't happen.
One of my exhibits down at the restaurant or the museum, and it's very, very meaningful for me.
That's awesome. And Dad, the other thing I have to add on is the fact that I found out that we were coming work with the Greater Community Bank and things like that. Yeah. And he said, hey, I want to donate money. Well, we missed it, right? So it turns out he sees that we're working with Dr. Barrett. So he says, I messaged him and I said, I'm so sorry that we missed that you wanted to donate to the Greater Community Food Bank. But even though that's over, we have something else. We're doing this thing with Dr. Barrett's. I explained the situation. He said, ironically, I kind of live near you. So John and I stopped today, and guess who his uncle is?
I don't know.
Rick Fredgerelli.
No way.
Yes. Does it get any crazier than that? Okay. So his name is Todd. He goes by 412 Pittsburgh Todd. Oh, and he actually is an insurance guy right there on the corner. Definitely patron him. JC, right? It's insurance right across the street from the Sunoco in Westview and Ross, where we all live. And what a small world. So he's a Ross Township guy wanting to do good, donated $500 to Dr. Barrett's cause. And he's Rick Fredgerelli's nephew. He remembered when Rick would dress up as the baby.
I was just going to tell you that. Rick Fredgerelli, we used to hang out with his daughter. We went to high school together. Well, Alan and Val did. And Rick used to come to all of our gigs from the time we were in the Cordells. And every year, no matter where we were playing, he would show up as the New Year's baby with a diaper and a banner.
Yeah, absolutely. Great guy. But what a small world. I love it. So listen, how much better does it get to actually reminisce about the Temptations?
Yeah. So what do you have next for us? Another song?
I'm hoping it's the Temptations. I mean, that you could not have built that up for me and not sing My Girl.
Actually, I never sang it again after singing with the Temp.
Oh, okay. Well,
does it get any better than that, though? Really, I can imagine that, right?
We're going to need your help, though. So you got to leave your mics on. Don't mute. You guys can help us with it.
It's on.
All right.
It's on.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you said what can make me feel this way. It's my girl, Rachel.
My girl.
Talking about my girl.
My girl.
I've got so much honey, bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in a tree. Well, I guess you said what can make me feel this way to my girl.
My girl. Talking about my girl. My girl.
John, that was your part.
Ooh, ooh.
Everybody. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. I don't need no money, fortune or fame. I've got all the riches, baby, one chubby man can claim. Well, I guess you said what can make me feel this way to my girl.
My girl. My girl.
Talking about my girl.
Talking about my girl. I got sunshine on the cloudy day.
With my girl, I even got the month of May with my girl. All I talk about,
Talking about my girl.
that's John. Where is he?
That's me.
Dad, do the Kenny. My girl.
Talking about my girl.
Oh, my girl.
It.
It was off tune, though. It was off tune.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't forget. That is so awesome.
My
God.
girl. Am I good? There's a delay. I don't know if I'm picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Take
You
it
should
from
put
the
that
top.
on your God album.
Take it from
Right.
the top, fellas.
He said you should put it on your God album.
Oh, I really should. That's good. I like that you have the trouble to make your poor father go down into his basement and hook this up to the internet, and then you can't even silence the phones. Who's over there dinging and tweeting? For God's sake, we have 2 professional comedians and Johnny Angel and his friend. Okay, so I mean, show a little bit of class over there.
You are right. You really are right.
Oh, Jesus. Jack, you do a radio show every Sunday. We should probably tell everybody because they're online now, which means they know how to get online. So how do they find your radio show online?
Oh, I appreciate that. 2 things I wanted. That's first. It's called Johnny Angel's Heavenly Soul Show. It comes out of the Carolinas, and it's on, I forget how they put it. It's just Juke and Oldies.
Yeah.
You download the app. How'd you like that? You download the app.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to it on your phone, on your computer. It's called Jukin, Jukin, Oldies, OLDIES.com. It's every Sunday night from 7 to 10. And we play mostly soul and rhythm and blues. And I talk a lot about the business and the people that we've worked with over the years. But the other thing I wanted to mention is, since it's tied into Ginchy stuff, John and Rachel finally schooled me, taught me how to do blogs. And now I write a blog every morning for my Ginchy stuff. And I talk about the stuff we're talking about tonight, about folks we've worked with. I'm talking about the Temptations, James Brown, Beach Boys, you name it, right? And I do a blog every morning, and then I talk about the old days because we miss it so much.
I love it.
And hey, Al, since you're there, what's one good Johnny Angel story you could tell us? Come on.
Al has 400 because
I don't know if we didn't go there. I don't know what training this is. We can't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little involved. Mostly about me, though.
right.
Al and I have been together for 54 years.
Wow.
He was he's been my dearest friend throughout life. His dad was the one that got me interested in music. If it weren't for his dad, Mr. Lip, I'd have probably been a juvenile delinquent. But it was dad. But the thing that's craziest about the 2 of us, Al was even the best man in my wedding.
Wow.
And he's one of my dearest friends ever. I mean, he's like my brother.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Is there any chance that we could have Collin and Ray sing something with you guys? Like, is there something off the cuff?
Ray is not here. Ray is dead.
Ray
shoot.
But we have to.
Thing. Ray.
We love God.
Yeah, you guys know it. When God loves you too. Oh, nice. You know our stuff. I haven't learned any music yet. I'm waiting for it to pop. But
Jack and Al, if you guys needed painting at your house, who would you call? Do you know?
Hey, wait a minute. Since we lost all our gigs, him and I are.
Nicely done. And Higgins Painting will hire you to go out there. They're based in Belmont.
Yeah, we got Max.
And plumbing.
Listen. Yes. Yes. But see, he's trying to plug the bands because we're hoping Ray comes back, or the sponsors, because when Ray comes back, we want you guys to do a finale of some sort.
But if you guys have plumbing needs, we're calling KB Plumbing over there in Robinson Township. And when your screen door,
my dad really does want a screen built.
Your dog runs through the screen, your kid runs through the screen, right?
Screen
you
Mobile.
call Screen Mobile. Mark Hubbard.
Real quick, guys, listen. Gary Bubba Daly said, "Thank you for the happy birthday, Rach. Jibbo just called me and said you need more cowbell." He said, "I mean harmony." So there you go. So listen, it certainly wasn't the same without all the halos, but Al, I'm so glad you could be there. If there's anybody, I've known you the longest. You changed my diapers and now we have sons the same age, right?
It's a lot of information.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's Facebook Live. Keep it light, right?
Collin, you're too cute. Collin, will you sing a song with them?
Yeah, what do we want to do?
What can we do that's easy, guys?
Happy birthday to Bubba.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yep. Na 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 na. You say it's your birthday. Na 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 na. Gonna have a good time.
Now. I thought we were doing the instrumental. Are we not
I can't.
Hey to you.
Look at Colin's face. I love it.
Collin has to do us live on stage.
Right?
Listen, in 3 years, when the world gets back to normal, we'll do it. God willing, you figure your whole wooden leg thing out by then. But
and his cajones.
yeah, if you can get your cajones out on stage. Hey, bro, I don't know why, but I don't think you should be sitting on your cajones. You know what I mean? I mean, that's an issue. That's some big cajones. I know you got big cajones, but if you're sitting on them, you better call somebody.
Oh my God! Remember Roman's there.
Rachel, what did you know your dad was sitting on his cajones?
I did. Yeah. All right, listen, we can't thank you guys enough. So the Venmos were up. I don't know if they're on the screen now. For Collin, shout out with your Venmo again, bro.
At Collin Chamberlin. 2 L's in Collin. Chamberlain is just, spelled normal. And that's it. And thanks.
Collin, you might have an upcoming show. Are we plugging it or no?
It's private.
I'm never going to have another show. It's over. It's over for me.
Over.
I'm hoping that KB Plumbing offers me a job. I'm not doing this. I'm not getting a check from them. I'm getting a job application and a drug test. That's what I'm getting from them in the mail.
Collin, there's always YaJagoff Media.
Right.
I honestly, I'd rather starve. And I am. That's coming from somebody who's starving. I do have a new podcast out. I don't know. I don't want to overstep.
Do it.
But I have a new podcast out called Hell Gigs. It's me and another comedian, different comedian every week, talk about the worst gigs they've had in their comedy profession. It would be a good one, actually. If I could get him, I got to talk to his publicist. But if I can get Johnny Angel on to talk about some of his crazy gigs, I think that would be a good pod.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
And I saw with you had Tammy on. It was great.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. You and me, we're really vibing. You, me, and Al. I really feel something here. I really feel something.
Did you just shake Ray?
Ray left. Ray had a dry cough, and then he drank a red cup of bleach. Okay, that's what he thought. He's reading the news too much, and he just reads headlines. He did the cheers. He had a thing of Clorox in his hand. He said, "Cheers, buddy." I said, "Don't do that," and I haven't heard from him since.
I hate when that happens.
Oh my God.
Dad, now, thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough. This was just as much fun as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
you're amazing.
We need one more Venmo because Dr. Mark Barrett's is doing a double play where he's paying restaurants to make food where they're making money, and then that food is being given to hungry families in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
And you can watch him on Channel 11 tonight, his story. And watch his story in Next Pittsburgh tomorrow.
Yeah, and if you're friends with me, mine and Roman's birthday is Sunday. Don't care about that. Care about Roman, but don't care about me. But this year, I made the Dr. Barrett's give back, the double play, my event. So you can just donate to the YaJagoff podcast through the Venmo, and that's for whatever you want to give. We're happy. We said $5 means the world. So if you liked what you heard tonight, feel free to Venmo that for them, or wish me a happy birthday with a couple bucks for Dr. Barrett's cause.
And the biggest news of all is this is not our last
It's
night.
not over.
This is not our last night.
2 more weeks because of Dr. Barrett's and because of my dad and Laura Banak giving back as well. Dr. Barrett's has fronted the money for us to bring more artists on, and we're going to do 2 more weeks. And I'll tell you this much. We already booked our musician for the 16th, and it's crazy. I don't know that it gets better than Johnny Angel, but it's pretty crazy.
Right. And it's going to be a secret. So thank you to Ray Zawodni. Thank you to Collin Chamberlin. Thank you to Johnny Angel and
Casey Lip.
Casey Lip. And we thank you very much. And make sure you go by the Johnny Angel Museum when it comes back. Kinchy stuff. Make sure you listen to Collin's podcast. Does Ray have a podcast, Collin? No.
Ray does not have internet.
Okay.
Let alone a podcast.
We're sending Roman over to Ray's.
If Roman is going to Ray's room, tell him to forget about COVID. Wear the hazmat suit anyway, all right? Because it's bad.
And make sure you all listen to the YaJagoff podcast on the radio.com app because, again, this week, Mike Holden, Channel 11 reporter, is hilarious.
And thanks again, KB Plumbing, Higgins Painting, and to Hubby for Screen Mobile.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Sorg.
joining in.
Sorg. Thank you, Sorg.
Sorg,
Mike,
we
Sorg.
always
God
because your
sakes.
microphone's down and your camera. Mike, you're the best. We can't thank you enough, and we'll text you a
There
million
he
times.
is. Come on, Atlanta, man. There you go.
Thank you for making
Sorgatron
this
Media.
easy.